You might wonder why there's a painting of, this is called Hadrian and his architect Apollodorus of Damascus examining a model of the Pantheon. Now, what is this doing in a show about celebrating the 200th anniversary of Louisiana history, of the state of Louisiana? Well, one thing is that there's a book that was published by the University of Louisiana by a historian here, a man named Carl Richard, or Richard Richard probably. I've never met the man, but it's called Why We're All Romans, and it's an overview of the influence of Roman culture on in the United States and in the present time. And I did this this is a commission. I did this for an architect in New Orleans, a man named Ron Blitch, and who studied in Rome. Incidentally, studied architecture in Rome, and he's right here. See, he's impersonating the architect Apollodorus of Damascus. And here's the Emperor Hadrian right here. And they're examining a model of the Pantheon. The Romans built from models. They didn't build so much from drawings as from models, because classical architecture is very regular. And so you could make certain assumptions about the detailing. And it didn't, the architecture had a sort of a pattern to it that was easily explained by just putting a model of the building that they were going to be constructing. Now, the building itself, the Pantheon, had been constructed by Marcus Agrippa, who was the emperor, the first emperor of Rome, Augustus's sort of right-hand man, and it was dedicated to a temple that was dedicated to all the gods, hence the term Pantheon. Hadrian redid it with his architect Apollodorus of Damascus, making it a round temple with a dome structure, a domed ceiling. The original Pantheon was not domed, nor was it circular. But he left, the emperor left the original inscription up. It says Marcus Agrippa had this constructed, and which shows the generosity of Hadrian, who's one of the 5 good emperors, right? And actually, he was the Platonic ideal ruler. He was a poet, musician, philosopher, ruler, military man. He was the universal type that was admired by the Greeks. And anyway, so what this depicts is the building yard of the Pantheon, with the Pantheon in the background. Now, the way I did this from models, I actually built a model of the scaffolding, and I built a model of this. Not quite in the detail that it's in the painting, but it's enough to create the format. And what I did was put it on what would have been the altar in the forecourt of the Pantheon. So here all the courtiers coming up, admiring the work, and here's, like I say, here's the emperor. And it's all based on real. This is the baths of Nero right over here. It was the arcades. You see, I actually, when I go to Rome, I stay in a hotel that's right across the way from the Pantheon. When you walk out the door, you can see the Pantheon. It's a spectacular view. It's a little cheap hotel, but it has the best architectural view on earth when you walk out the